Yo, what's good, YouTube? I didn't really realize this until like now, honestly, that this banner, because I seen it on Twitter, I didn't really realize this banner is insane. Like for Break Effect, Firefly is obviously the new Break Effect 5-star. She's gonna be broken. Honestly, probably like a tier below Acheron. Then you have Ruan Mei, the best support in the game, and also for Break Team, she's gonna be broken. Obviously, the best in slot aside from Harmony Trailblazer. Then you have Gallagher. I mean, I'll go over it in a second, but Gallagher. I mean, I guess we can start with him. He's just broken. Like, I'll go over his Eidolons, but he's a character on this banner that's like, you get his Eidolons, he's worth getting. Like, he's Eidolons, especially his E1 and E2. His E1 and E2 are his best ones, so they're pretty easy to get. They just completely make him just OP. Like, on the tier list, he's like right below Locha. I remember, no, he's on the same tier as Locha, which, I mean, that's just valid, because once you get those Eidolons, he becomes really good to the point where it's like, you look at him and Locha, and to be honest, there's times that he's just better than Locha. And then on this team, obviously that's the case, so he's just worth building, especially since so many people are going to be pulling Firefly. So, I mean, overall, he's just insane. Like, I'll pull it up here. Like, his Eidolons, where is it? His E1. I have his E1 and E2. That's why I'm going to start building him soon. You have, when entering the battle, Gallagher generates 20 energy and increases effect resistance by 50%, which is just insane. I mean, 20 energy for his ultimate is really good, because you need his ultimate, because it just does a bunch of stuff. Then you have effect resistance by 50%, which is really good for his kid. And then you have his E2. When using the skill, removes one debuff from the target ally, at the same time increase their effect resistance by 30%. So basically, you get -1 debuff on your teammate, and then you also get effect resistance for them, which once again, just really good. That's what Locha doesn't do this, which is just insane. Like, he does, what's it called? He doesn't give a effect resistance, and then obviously this one gives energy. So our team is just really good. I mean, like I said, for Break Effect, this character is going to be insane. He's also very easy to build. Like I said, I'm gonna start building him probably like tomorrow, because I just finished getting all my mats for Firefly, and I was looking at his builds, and his relics are like really easy to get. Like, there's so many 2-pieces or 4-pieces you can run. You can run 4-piece of the Thief. You can run 2-piece break, 2-piece break, 2-piece speed, 2-piece break again. Like, there's just so many different combinations that you can run. Then you have obviously the planar sets that you can run Break Effect, you can run energy regeneration, you can run what's the other one, damage. The thing is what crit damage you get, and then you have the attack percent one, and then you have the other one that gives your just whatever wants the same element. They're just all good. The one that gives the same element is going to be one of his best in slots, since obviously you're going to run on Firefly for the most part. Like I said, he's just overall really good to build. He has a bunch of extra stuff in his kit that just helps him. Once again, overall, like, if you're gonna, he's a character that's like, if you get Firefly and you're trying to pull for Eidolons and push Pity, he's definitely a character worth doing that for. So then you have Misha. Misha's okay. Like, after the release of Harmony Trailblazer, he definitely goes up way more than he once was, because they did the testing, and Break Misha's actually pretty decent, especially for what's it called, Pure Fiction. Pure Fiction, once I show you his Eidolons, he become pretty good, like really good in Pure Fiction, to be honest. Like, his E1, when using it basically gets more stacks on his ultimate, so he has like a bounce attack with his ultimate that hits multiple targets, and it basically gets 5 more hits on that, which is fine. But once you get his other Eidolons, like his E2, his what's it called, for each hit of the ultimate lands, there's a 24%. Basically, just there's a chance to reduce the enemy's defense, which for once again, Pure Fiction is not great, because there's a bunch of different enemies. But once you get to the boss at the end of it, it just helps reduce their defense, so your other damage dealer can do more damage, like Herda or like Jingli or something. So overall, and then you have just more damage increase. Like, his E4, basically once you get his E1, his E4, this basically just stacks a bunch of extra damage and basically adds 5 stacks to his E4, which makes it really good. And then his E6 just gets a bunch of extra damage into his next turn. It's just overall, his Eidolons are really good, but I don't think he's worth it like these two, where it's like you can push Pity for him, because you're not going to really use him. I'll make a video about it, but the new Sim Uni, obviously we can test characters like him, so we don't have to build him, and see if he's fun if you want to use him. So I think just wait until that point, really, and if you like him, then sure, go ahead, right? But I mean, for now, I don't really think he's worth it. Then you have Zhu Yi. Zhu Yi is a special case, I'd say. Like, she's really good, but the thing is, if you pull Firefly, there aren't going to be many cases where she's like insane and like worth building. Like, I will say, she's gonna be worth building if you have like extra materials, because if you're pulling for Firefly and you're pulling for that team, that break team, you're gonna use that exact same team, but you just take out Firefly and put in Zui. Which, if that's the case, if you just have the extra materials to build her, it's like, why not? Because she is a very fun unit. And once again, she's another unit, like once the sim uni comes around, you can just test her out and see if you like her and if you like her playstyle. In my opinion, I think she's very fun. I think she's a lot of fun. I haven't built her yet because I wasn't planning on building a break team until Firefly came out, so. But she's just really good. She has pretty, she's like an okay unit to build. Always like you need the quantum set, which most people have farmed a billion times over. So a big thing is her Eidolons. Just like Gallagher, she gets a lot of damage from her Eidolons. Like once you get her Eidolons, she becomes a completely different unit from like E0 to E6. Because her rest of like her Eidolons are basically just increasing her follow-up attack damage, and then you get to her E6, that basically makes you get her follow-up attacks way faster. So basically just increases it. Like this just gives you 40% extra damage. This basically does what Acheron does, but just not always on the same level. This just gives you extra break effect, and this basically just adds all of that and just makes you go faster. It's just a unit that's just really good when it comes to Eidolons. Like if you don't have her Eidolons, I don't think she's worth building. Once again, if you're getting fire, if she's E6, then yeah, sure. If you enjoy her playstyle, then yeah, sure, build her. But once again, if you're pulling Firefly, then nah. The next one you have is Ruan Mei. I mean, best support in the game. I'm just gonna go over real quick. She's broken, right? I mean, if you're not gonna like, honestly, if you don't want to pull for Firefly, in my opinion, Ruan Mei is just worth it. If you don't have Ruan Mei, in my opinion, just pull her over Firefly. That's what I'm saying. Basically, she's just the best support in the game. Like I said, when it comes to supporting, she's on the same level as like Acheron on a tier list, in my opinion, especially with the release of Firefly and future characters coming out soon. She's just, yeah, I mean, that's really it. She's broken. I mean, that's not really much else to say about it. She's yeah. And then one more thing I want to go over is the Lycones. Obviously, Firefly's Lycone, if you like her, then get it. Sure, right? It's a fine Lycone, but it's not like Acheron or like Jingliu's, where it's like if you get it, it's just a completely different like world, right? Like it's a fine Lycone. Then you have Ruan Mei's Lycone. The thing with Ruan Mei's Lycone, it's a special case because they have good, what's this Lycone called? Hold up. Where is it? Memories of the Past. Because it has Memories of the Past on it, you can pull for Ruan Mei's Lycone and get it for her because it is a big upgrade. But it's not to the point where it's like, once again, like Acheron's Lycone, where it's like insanely worth getting. But I will say it's worth getting since for this team, because Harmony Trailblazer uses S5 Memories of the Past. So it's like, if you have Memories of the Past, you should probably put that on Harmony Trailblazer and then put Ruan Mei's Lycone on a Ruan Mei. Now, if you have two Memories of the Past S5 some way, somehow, then I mean, go ahead and do it, right? Go ahead, don't pull for her Lycone because it's not worth it, because this Lycone is just insane for both of them. So it's just not really worth doing it at the end of the day. And then what was it? There was you have this Lycone, the Preservation one. This is a fine Lycone. Like if you have a tank, you could put it on them, but there's a few other good choices that are just better, right? If you need defense, I guess you could put it on them. That's really it. And then you have Sampo's Lycone. This is one that if you're pulling for a Lycone, you get it. You shouldn't be mad. It's just a really good Nihility Lycone because it just gives dot damage, basically, effect hit rate. It's just really good. You can run it on like the billion Nihility characters there are. I'm pretty sure works on almost every single one, basically. So yeah, once again, I don't think this is a Lycone banner. One thing that you should be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna pull on this because it's insane. But if you want to, just go ahead, basically. So yeah, that's the video. Let me know what you guys are gonna pull for, if you're gonna build Pity or not. And yeah, thank you guys for watching.